Man says that if I get money, then I should do something, and money says that, hey man, you should do something, then only then should I come to you. Today's discussion is on money. Yes, this is as big a truth as the sun. A child comes from the east and is born from the mother's womb. Similarly, if money is not understood and handled properly, it causes a lot of sorrow. So, today we will talk about the art of understanding and handling this money. We will discuss, that is, we will talk about the book Rich Dad Poor Dad written by Robert T. Saki. Before I say anything else in the introduction of this book, I remember one thing from Dr. at Cocaine, who writes that Rich Dad Poor Dad is about wealth. It does not tell you shortcuts, it teaches you how to develop an understanding of money, how to be responsible for your money, and after that how to become rich. So let's start. Friends, whenever it comes to responsibility, I remember the name of that person who, no matter how many stumbles he has faced in life, no matter how unhappy he has been, he took our share of sorrows and gave us his share of happiness. Father, even though his pockets were empty, I haven't seen him refusing. Even though his pockets are empty, yet I haven't seen him refusing. Hey, I haven't seen anyone in this world richer than my father. Robert T. Saki kept the same father in mind and made him the main character of the story. We have tried to teach us the most important lesson of today's life, which is money. Yes, from childhood till youth, we keep running only after marks. Our pattern of education is the way of study. We are childhood. All we have been hearing from people is that study, read and study, and after reaching a level and after reaching a judge, decide what to do now. Robert T. Kisa addresses this point very beautifully, that we need to save money. As a subject, it should be taught in classes right from childhood. If today education means being successful in life, it means earning more money, then why not we get the quality of managing that money properly since childhood? School's 6 hours, 8 hours, but the remaining time is spent at home, be it school or home. If the child is taught the importance of money and its management from childhood itself, then I think there is nothing wrong in it. It seems that this thing was missing somewhere. Perhaps for many years there has been a struggle to start it and explain it. Many films have been made on this, but even today we run after marks if we want to use money properly. If we learn the art of managing things and if our understanding develops, then I think that today's children will be happy when they grow up. To complete a person, his family, his friends, his lifestyle, everything is very important. It cannot be said that money is everything, but yes, money is necessary to get everything. I wish I had read this book 20 years ago. You would have read this line, which was said by a very big builder of America, Lewis Clark, when he read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Time passes like this, and we remain stuck in wishing. When we come to know about many such things which can spoil our life, we could have changed, we could have learned something, we could have progressed, but time has passed and all that remains is that I wish I had done this. Today we are discussing Robert T. Kiyosaki's written book on Rich Dad Poor Dad. In this book, Saki has taken reference of his two fathers, one who was a rich dad who had a lot of money and one who was a poor dad. Robert Kisa, who respected both his fathers and his both were fathers, and they loved them equally. Many people may have questions that how can a person have two fathers at the same time, or any other question. I think if we pay attention to the fact that Robert, if anyone wants to explain to us, then it will be beneficial for us. Maybe he has accepted this. Maybe he has considered his mind as poor dad and his mind as rich dad, or it is possible that he may have had a dad. And the other dad, anything can happen to any of his friends. It is not important whether the reference of the dad he took is a story or imaginary. The real thing is that Robert did Saki explain to us. What do you want to tell us? Let's agree. Let us take that Robert Kiyosaki had two fathers and one of them was very rich and one was very poor. Then Robert Kiyosaki says that thinking plays a big role, and through this, Robert Kiyosaki says that although both fathers were his own, although both fathers took care of him with equal intensity and love with equal heart, he used to sacrifice his life and always tried to teach them, tried to take them forward in life. But why was it that one of his fathers was rich and one father was poor? It is all a game of thinking. It is a game of attitude. Attitude is what makes a person progress. Only perspective can sink the boat of a person's life, so it is up to us as to what color glasses we wear and what kind of weather we see. A poet has well said that whatever is the pain, so is the scene. Hey, the weather is of the person. It happens inside, and always maintain that inner climate. Keeping yourself positive, keeping your attitude positive. If we think ahead, something good will definitely happen. There are other things too. Keep listening. Poor and middle-class people are for money. We work, but the rich man's money works for him. Hello, I am Avada Srivastava, and today we are discussing the book Rich Dude Poor Dude written by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Go to school and study hard. Remember this line. Do it. We all have heard in childhood, and not once but many times, from relatives, from family, from teachers, from everyone, go to school and study hard. At one time it seemed that just keep studying, keep studying, keep studying. But as if this understanding has progressed, a question started coming in my mind. Why are we studying? Look, going to school and studying is a very good thing. But if any work is being done, then it is equally important to know why it is being done. After completing our studies, the first thing we look for is a job, thinking that once we get a job, all our problems will go away, we will get money, we will build a house, buy a car, and fulfill all the needs related to money. But it does not happen that many people, despite having a good job and a very good salary, are not happy and are not able to fulfill their needs. They are able to meet household expenses with great difficulty, but they remain engaged in the hope that maybe next year there will be an increment again. The money will increase, and with that money we will be able to fulfill those needs which we have not been able to fulfill, and that too. We work hard to get promotion, but with time our needs and our greed start increasing. First, due to the fear of being left without money, we start working very hard, and then when we start getting salary, we start getting greedy. And the desire to get more awakens, and in this game of cat and mouse, a pattern of our life also becomes work harder, earn more money, manage the household expenses, run out of money, then work harder, and this is the special circle. This continues, and we keep going round and round in this circle. Even if we have more money, we still get into the habit of moving in this particular circle. It is very important for us to learn to overcome fear and greed, because even if we become rich, because of these habits we will always live in fear and will not be able to enjoy our life. In earlier times, education was a means of developing people's personality and giving them information about every subject around them. But with the passage of time, the aim of studies changed. The aim of studies remained to grow up and earn bread and butter, and there is nothing wrong in it. It is very important to change things with time, because the things that do not change with time, that change either takes away our happiness or takes the society very backward. Robert T. Kiyosaki has raised this very important issue here. In his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, he has said very well that since childhood, if we children start teaching money as a subject to children, start making them understand how to manage it, then when they grow up, many of the problems of children will get solved automatically. The child will have the ability to solve them himself, but somewhere Robert T. Kiyosaki has taken full care that money should not be placed above relationships. That is why he has tried to explain this topic through relationships only. The daddy who was before T. Kiyosaki was always saying, how can I buy it?